Hey, give me all the hate. You know how it go online, ain't nobody safe. Like, hey, see me face to face, probably want an autograph and brag about it for days. Like, hey, biting my tongue, you want your 50 minutes, boy, but I ain't the one. Like, hey, we don't get along, but I ain't making you famous saying your name in the song.
Let them top trash, I won't pop back, cause they want that. Type in all caps, then it's all cap, fall back. I get called whack, no response track, with the bong back, suck my ball sack, probably want that, ew.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you clicked on today's video, you know exactly what we're about to get into. Cymple Man is back up. This is his song Sacrifice. This is a new one, and apparently I think this is just audio, but there is a video coming apparently. So I weighed my options. I really didn't want to wait for the video because I didn't know exactly when it was going to be coming out. So I decided I'm going to do the audio reaction, and then when the video comes out, we can do this song on the Bitter Betty podcast and we'll react to the video, and then it'll be a first time reaction to the video for me and a first time reaction to the song for the girls. So hopefully we'll be able to do that sometime in the near future, or when it comes out. But something y'all don't know yet, but I'm about to tell you, is that the Bitter Betties are going to be interviewing Cymple Man and Hard Target on February 7th. I believe at either 7 or 7:30. I have to double check on the time, but that's going to be Central Time, and it's going to be a blast getting to know them. I'm so excited. So please go over and subscribe to the Bitter Betty podcast and turn on the notification bell and look out for all of the information regarding that interview coming up next week. Okay. Also go subscribe to Cymple Man and Hard Target if you have not yet, and make sure and like this video. Drop some comments in the comment section. That's how we trigger the algorithm. That's how you trigger the algorithm and get the video to start populating in more people's feeds. The more engagement on a video, the more it will start circulating. Okay, that's how you get things to go viral. So engage with it, like it, drop a couple of comments in there, whatever you got to do, and then share it with other people so they do the same thing. That's how you get it going. I'm excited to hear this. I have only heard him a couple of times yet so far. So his Hi Ryan diss, which I thought was amazing, and then his song with Cymple Man, Sun Goes Down, I believe, which, funny enough, thank God, I thought they were actually talking about killing people, which would have been, I mean, very interesting. Don't get me wrong, but they were talking about killing them, their old selves, which I totally relate to on a whole other level. And after going back and listening to it again, I totally see that now. But that's why I like to get to know artists, because I feel like the more you get to know the artist, the more you get to know how they write music, and then you can kind of see those things that they're trying to relate to you or trying to tell you. What they're trying to relay through their music to you better, because you understand them. So but you know, I definitely went through kind of a transformation of sorts where, you know, lost 100 pounds, fixed my mental health, got sober. Like, you know, I really did almost like kill the old me in a sense, and had to really to move forward, I guess, which is, I actually have a phoenix tattoo, you know, born from the ashes type thing. And then also I have lyrics from one of Nova Rockefeller's song, and it's constructed from destruction, because I basically was broken down and, like, you know, was reborn, I guess. So now that song holds an even more special place in my heart. And now that my TED Talk is done, we can get into the video, which I'm sure everybody probably just fast forwarded through what I just said anyway, and they don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. We're still going to listen to this song. So let's get it.
How could I would anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself, sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself, sacrifice myself.
We gotta stop all the comparisons. Live inside these moments and learn to cherish them. See the value when we're sharing them. The blessing of life is life. Those ain't real problems keeping you up till midnight.
Most of us are blessed, far more than we acknowledge, but we basing wealth off whatever we can make in dollars. Have you ever seen a community?
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna turn on the captions for this, even though they might not be right. Generally you can tell when something is obviously not right. This is gonna be one of those deep songs, and I love me a deep song. I'm glad I ended that with song. That was almost a pause. I'm gonna take this back, but I love the message, and there was something he said right in the beginning that was like, oh shit, yeah.
If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place, I fall right over myself.
I love that piano.
Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would.
I love the buildup of the beat. Got the guitars going.
Over myself. Sacrifice myself.
We gotta stop all the comparisons. Live inside these moments and learn to cherish them. See the value.
That one, the comparisons, and then live inside the moments and learn to cherish them. It's so funny because, they say comparison is the thief of joy, and it's so true. It's like, my lane, my path in life has been much different than any of my friends or a lot of the other people I know, and that can have me and has had me feeling some type of way for a long time, and then I realized that my race is mine. This is a solo race. This is me against myself, and what other people are doing, it's, they are not me. They haven't had the same path, the same journey, and so my lane is my own, and I need to focus on that lane and not what's around me, because I do end up comparing myself to others and finding that shouldn't have any bearing on my self-worth. And a lot of times we live in the past, or we get anxious about things in the future, and we don't really take the time to enjoy the moment while it's happening. And then those moments go by, and then it's too late to enjoy them. And then, then they're gone, and you wish they weren't. You wish you would have paid attention when they were happening. So right away, first bars in, totally feel that 100%, insane. Hold on.
We gotta stop all the comparisons. Live inside these moments and learn to cherish them. See the value when we sharing them. The blessing of life is life. Those ain't real problems keeping you up till midnight. Most of us are blessed, far more than we acknowledge, but we basing wealth off whatever we can make in dollars. Have you ever seen a community rally behind a little girl that the doctors only gave a little time? It's brutal, rips the heart from your chest. And everywhere the parents go, whenever they're addressed, people wanna know her status and if it's in remission. But all they wanna do is see her dancing in the kitchen on a Saturday night in her pajamas with a carefree smile, and restore that precious energy inside their child. I know dads.
Oh man, that's tough. A kid being sick. One of my clients, her granddaughter, she was only 4 or 5, I think, when she died of cancer. And she had the best attitude all the way through it. She was always just a bundle of light and joy and sparkles. Her name was Kylie. And she was such a beautiful little girl, just full of hope and just full of promise. And it's really hard to accept why stuff like that happens, and that's all you want. And then I have someone else I know, her and her daughter were hit by a drunk driver, and now her daughter has come out of the coma, but she'll never really have any quality of life. And that is the hardest thing to watch, to just want to go back into time and to try and make a different choice or go a different way or whatever, so it didn't happen. And that's a tough place to be, because then you find yourself, I feel like, constantly living in the past and in the what could have beens and what should have beens and what ifs. Oh, and yeah, you get to the point where you do kind of wish that you get stuck wishing for the past and what could have been and all of that, and then you forget to enjoy the moments while they are happening, living so much in the what could be's, what might be's, what should have been's, what could have been's, and the what ifs, and then before you know it, you missed out on the moments in between that you'll never get back. Damn.
Gotta thank Lord, why us? All while preaching the importance of never giving up and having faith. Man, the strength that must take. And mama's gotta always be a happy face. I know they wish more than anything that this is all a dream. And maybe in time that's what it seems. But things couldn't get much tougher to endure. When no one is looking, they collapse into the floor. Behind closed doors, they're at their weakest points, begging to take her place if they only had the choice. Cause if I could, I would.
Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would. Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could.
Don't take for granted little things and simple conversations. The good times and the smiles that kept us motivated. A few lines my boy Juice wrote into his verse, and what turned out to be our last song on this earth. I think you taught us all a big lesson, big bro. It's all about the journey, not the big shows. We try to stay tighter, try to keep in touch. We still ain't reached all the goals we thought we was, but we pushing. And we learning from the past, and every video they watch, at the end they hear your laugh. We miss you down here, I know Bredwin been hurting. Your songs echo that tomorrow's uncertain. And rest in peace, Tank and Chris. Thank y'all for showing up and believing in this. I wish I could say tomorrow that this would all make sense. But the fact of the matter is we all pay rent. We don't own a thing here, it all gets left behind. And eventually the memories are gone in time, sad but true. I'm just thankful that I have a few, while I'm here to make some sense out what we going through. Over.
I like that idea that he's talking about, like, kind of more like that you leave everything behind when you die. You just, none of that stuff is going to matter, right? Your fancy car, your fancy house, your fancy clothes, all of that stuff that you thought either made life good, made you better, made you cooler, whatever. None of none of this, physical stuff is, at the end of the day, it's not really worth all that much, It has a name on it. Okay, so here it might be worth something, but at the end of the day, like, the connections you have with people, the memories you make, stuff that, like, can't be replaced, like, those are the real priceless things. And you know should you end up in heaven, you know maybe you get to take your memories with you. You don't get to you don't get to take your fancy purse, that's for damn sure. I mean, I don't know, never been there, could be wrong, I suppose, but I just, the idea that, it's like a lot of people put a lot of stock into having certain things to present a certain status to people. And at the end of the day, all of that stuff, it doesn't matter, because you don't get to take it with you when you're gone. I just feel like there's way more valuable things on this earth than the material belongings and stuff. So
I'm just thankful that I have a few, while I'm here to make some sense out what we going through. Overdue, I wanted so long to be recognized, but nowadays I'm not even certain why. Cause music people are parasites, ain't nothing real in them, and I've been using some of my best years to deal with them.
Oh man, if that isn't the truth. Like, Hollywood and the music industry is full of rats and snakes. Holy shit. Like, you think about the Epsteins and the Weinsteins and the Diddies, and how long has this shit been going on? How many people knew about it? Like, and it's funny because Tom McDonald has said the same thing so often about not wanting to be a part of Hollywood, because they really are not, like, that ain't it. People thought it was the music industry, they thought it was, but it isn't. And now, artists know that they don't really need the record label to make money in this business. Like, you can be an artist, you can put your own music out there. It is a little more work, sure. It things might not be as easy, but really it's not that great for those people. I mean, majority, people probably on production deals, and it's basically like taking out a massive loan, and then you get, you're 1.5 $2 million in the hole to make an album that doesn't sell nearly as much, and you're only getting 50%, and then they take that out of your percentage. Like, I mean, you work for so long before you ever start making any real money, unless you're one of these just like, the lucky 1%, 0.5%, the Beyoncés and the Justin Timberlakes and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to make music, you can absolutely do it. Like, you don't need a label anymore to get it out there. And I think that's, I'm glad that a lot of other artists are seeing that and are staying the independent route. I think it's important. I really do.
In them, and I've been using some of my best years to deal with them.
I would. Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would.
I don't know if somebody sang that hook for him, or if that's like a sample or whatever, but I really like that.
Anytime, any day, any place I fall right over myself. Sacrifice myself. If I could, I would.
Oof. I really, really, really like that. I fuck with that hard. That is like, and that's what I love about independent music. It's like, I said it in my last reaction, actually, how I've said it a lot, but like, I mean, industry music, mainstream music is just, it's manufactured. It's, they get a couple of radio songs. Like, majority of the time you get an album, the couple of radio songs that you heard initially were great, and everything else is just like, what the hell is that? Because they spend so much time on these songs that are like formulated to be hits, and half the time they don't make any sense. Like, or they're not talking about anything. Like, people need music with messages like these. Like, music has gotten me through every bad thing that's ever happened to me. It's like, and not everybody leans into music like that, but I think there's a lot of people who may not even be into music like that, and they hear this song and they're going through something or whatever. Maybe it gives them the hope and the drive to continue on. Like, I mean, you never know how it could hit somebody, right? And I just think it's important. But like, you're not going to turn on the radio and hear a song like this, because they want whatever's going to be the next big club hit or whatever the bullshit is. And I just stopped listening to it, because I there's a time and a place for everything. Sure, club hits are great. I'm not hating on that. Yeah, sometimes you just want to shake your ass. That's cool. Majority of the time, I want a message in my music. Helps me deal with my own shit. And I like to shake my ass as much as the next person, right? So it is what it is. But I just think music like this is so important. And without these independent artists separated from the label, being able to control their own material and their own art, it probably wouldn't ever get out there. And that's unfortunate. So this was amazing. I cannot wait to sit down with these guys and get to know more about Cymple Man and, of course, Hard Target. From what I understand, they actually have quite a bit of music together. So I'm interested to hear more, 100%. Love this. Absolutely love this. Great job. Beat fire. Just pen great. Can't say enough good things. Absolutely amazing. And I love music that like really makes me think. And this is fantastic. So kudos to him. Y'all, go over there, subscribe to Cymple Man, like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel if you had a good time. And I will catch you in the next one.